Coyotes stopped Jordan Clay last time. He's lined up sidecar left. K-Dub's got everybody in expecting the run, and there it is, but Kansas Wesleyan shuts it down, and who's there again? It's Josh King Bradley, the only returning starter from a season ago, and alongside Darian Morgan, it's a big loss and a turnover on downs. Armstrong back in the ball game here. They want to take a shot. It's deep, it's open, it's caught. Down the sideline at the 20-yard line. It's the first reception in the purple and white for Henderson State transfer Will Wilcox. And K-Dub gets some instant red zone from the freshman. In just a moment, he's got Domina lined up behind him. Coyotes are down on the goal line. Ostad runs the quarterback sneak. Domina gives him a friendly shove, and the Coyotes are on the board. Kansas Wesleyan now still waiting for the signal.
Got purple bodies laying 3 feet into the end zone.
When everybody's in the end zone. There's no way that's not a touchdown. And yeah, finally we get the call. K-Dub strikes first on a Henry Ostad quarterback sneak. And it's a 6-0 lead here for the Yotes. Luke Armstrong and Cole Nolan are back deep to return for Kansas Wesleyan. Ethan Yinger's got the ball on the tee, and he will send it deep. Armstrong took 2 to the house a season ago. He'll field this one back at his own 3-yard line. Looking for the seam near side, steps up to the 30. He wants to go back to the inside, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 4-man set, handoff. Nolan bursts to speed through to the second level. He's got 1 man left to beat. It's a foot race. He is tackled down at the 20-yard line. It's a touchdown-saving tackle for Ethan Yinger, but a big burst of speed, and Cole Nolan has the Coyotes set up inside the red zone. Ostad hands it off. Domina up the middle, twist to the inside, and the Coyotes reclaim the lead. DeHaven Domina, a 3-yard rushing score to put the Coyotes back in front. First down and 10 from the Coyote 22. Handoff. Armstrong has some space and now breaks another tackle. He is off into the open distance to the 40, to the 30. Armstrong pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line, but he will take this football from the K-Dub 22 to the Ottawa 25, and the Coyotes are knocking on the door of the red zone to open the second half. Callan Cope, who a season ago was 10 for 12 on field goals. His longest was 45 yards. He is the shorter yardage situation kicker, and he will try to extend the lead back out to 7. Caden Middleton is the holder. It's a good snap. It's a good kick, and the Coyotes push the lead back to 7. It's 17-10. Kansas Wesleyan converts the big Luke Armstrong run into a field goal. Coyotes bring extra pressure. Edwards is sacked. Kansas Wesleyan gets home, and it's a combo sack for Diego Davis and Josh King Bradley. Ottawa's offense put it in reverse, Terry, and the Coyotes with a chance to pick it up in great field position. Coyotes need to pick this up. It's another handoff to Domina, who breaks it to the outside. And for the second time tonight, DeHaven Domina is in the end zone. Kansas Wesleyan extends the lead here in quarter number 3. Second down, and they'll call it 10. A 4-step drop for Edwards. Looks right, looks left. He's sacked again. Kansas Wesleyan gets home. You called his name a minute ago. It's Diego Davis, who's back in the backfield for the second time in as many drives. Ostad drops back. He wants to go to the air, takes a deep shot looking for Dorsey, who hauls it in at the 20-yard line. He is taken out of bounds, but for Jevin Dorsey, his second catch in a Coyote uniform is good for 45 yards.
Henry Ostad delivered it absolutely in the breadbasket. No one else could have caught it on the corner route except Jevin Dorsey. A beautiful corner route from the Cathedral City, California native.
Fortunately, Kansas Wesleyan's got one of the best deep field goal kickers in the conference. And yeah, here comes Cole Seagraves to try what would be a 45-yard field goal. But you know, he's not fazed by the distance. The kick is away. It's got the distance, and it is good. Cole Seagraves is such a weapon for this Kansas Wesleyan offense, and he puts 3 more on the board. It's 27-10, Kansas Wesleyan with 13:44 left to play. Let's see what the Coyotes have up their sleeve here. Austin takes the snap. He wants to take a shot downfield. It's hauled in, and Will Wilcox goes up and mosses a defender. No. Yes. Sorry, I thought I saw something else. Wilcox, I mean, up and over. What a snag that is, and the Coyotes gain 30 yards in the process. Ray in the shotgun, the D2 transfer from Tiffin University. He's sacked at the 1-yard line. Kansas Wesleyan's Diego Davis with his 3rd sack of the game. And the Coyotes are going to pin Ottawa back deep in their own territory. It's 3rd and 13. Here to help us talk about it is head coach Matt Middleton. His era here at K-Dub starts with a win. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on a big victory. Your just kind of first thoughts here on a big win to start the season.
Huge to win. I thought we were sloppy at times. You know, they say your biggest gain is from week 1 to week 2, but I'm telling you, defensively, we played absolutely lights out, made a ton of plays. We made the plays that we needed to make on offense. You know, didn't get to throw the football like we wanted to as much. Was able to find a run game that kind of kept us in it, and then Henry made some good shots. But, you know, we got too many negative plays, you know. So, but again, I'd rather win that way and have a win. But I'm super proud of the kids. I mean, that's huge, the staff. It's huge, monkey off her back. You know what I mean? Big win.
Always feels good to get the first one. Feels good to do it at home, Coach. There's a lot that I want to talk with you about with this game. Let's start with the defense because really I thought that was kind of the headline of this game.
Question.
Ottawa rushes the ball 19 times. They get 5 yards.
Yep.
You allowed under half a yard to carry.
Yep.
That, I feel like, is one thing you have to do to have success in the KCAC. How'd you feel about the rush defense today?
I felt great. You know, I thought Coach Leonard and his staff had a phenomenal game plan. You know, our biggest deal was, could we stop the run? That's what we wanted to do. You would see the box counts that we got, but that was our goal coming in. And then if they were going to beat us, they're going to beat us throwing the football. And that's one thing after spring practice that we talked about was we're going to stop the run. That's what we need to do. So I thought we played lights out there. And that's a team that wants to run the football, counter, power, all those things. But I'm going to be honest with you, they got a really good quarterback, transfer, Division II guy, and I think they're going to win a lot of games. But I thought defense just was phenomenal. I think we did enough on offense to get a win, but we got a lot of work to do.
One guy that I think stood out the most in our, kind of off-the-record conversation before the season began was Diego Davis.
Yep.
He lived up to it. It was also fun to see Josh King-Bradley slide to the inside. Those two are going to cause some problems
There
this
he
year.
is. I mean, Diego is a phenomenal kid, phenomenal player. You know, a lot of people don't realize that he deals with asthma really bad. So for him to be able to play the way he does through that, he's a really good player. And Josh, it's hard to block him inside. You know, that's the biggest thing for us. But I just thought across the board, I was just so super proud of him and thought we played lights out on defense, and that gave us a chance to win the football game.
You mentioned the plays that Henry Ostad made.
Yep.
I feel like he played within himself. He didn't try to do too much. This might be the most impressed I've ever been with a quarterback performance where he didn't have a touchdown. He threw that early pick, but just composed and cool under pressure. I mean, what did you see out of him in his first game in
That's
the purple?
who he is. You know, I mean, the first pick was uncharacteristic of him, trying to make something happen. And I just said, look, man, you're our guy. You're our guy. And do what you do. And then you see him make clutch throws down the stretch, but he's going to make a ton of plays. And you know, we really wanted to get our passing game going, but kudos to them. Secondary wise, they gave us a ton of looks that we hadn't seen. They're pretty good on the back end, so it forced us to run the football. We were able to do enough, but we got too many long yardage situations. But we get that cleaned up.
I don't typically highlight this many individuals post game, but we got to talk about Will Wilcox for a second. He's a redshirt freshman, 6'4", 200. I think every catch he had today was contested, but especially that last catch. I mean, just goes up and over the defender. That's one of those guys that I feel like K-Dub didn't really have last year. You feel like you can just kind of chuck it up and let him go get it,
That's
right?
what we did. You know, anytime you're backed up, we're on the -3, and you know that's what we're going to get out of there. So we got the look that we wanted, and that's who he is. But, I don't like to say this often, but I would be absolutely shocked if he wasn't a two-time All-American by the time he got out of here. He's a freshman, going to be a really good player, but he's phenomenal. The catch down here Jevin Dorsey made was phenomenal too. So we got guys. We just got to find a way to get balls. I mean, we have 3 running backs. Luke is Luke. You can see it. You know, it's like when the lights come on. I mean, I saw it. I told him, I said, I ride you hard as hard can be, but when the lights come on, that dude can go. So I hugged his neck and told him I was super proud of him. He ran hard tonight. DeHaven made some plays. Cole made some plays. So you have 3 really good backs like that. It helps. And we're going to get back and get going tomorrow.
Well, that's kind of the other thing. You know, you look across the board, 4 different guys with a carry and over 30 yards in this game.
Yep.
6 different guys caught a pass.
Yep.
There's no one player you can take away, you feel like, with this offense. That's a huge credit. But do you feel like there was anybody that, you know, you're maybe expecting to see pop up next week that maybe didn't have a big game this week?
Well, you know, I was super proud of Mason Ross. I mean, that was a guy early on that I thought we were going to be in more 10 personnel throwing it around. They gave us a look that we got, and Mason's a transfer in here that had minimal reps this week and gets out there and just gets after it. He's just nasty, you know, so he catches the ball well. He's just a big body kid, so I was super proud of him. Next week, who knows? You know, I would like to get us more explosives, you know, especially passing game-wise, because you can't become one-dimensional. But kudos to those guys and the looks that they gave us. But, you know, I mean, Nick Davis took over the defense, you know. That's his background. So I don't know if you noticed this, but early on, every play we had a different front, every one of them. So he did a great job of mixing fronts, so we couldn't get a beat on what he was trying to do. But I thought what they did in the secondary, I thought his game plan was really, really well.
Last thing for you here, Coach. First of all, the purple and gold looks great. I know this is your first game here at JRI. Great crowd, great atmosphere. I know you kind of blocked that stuff out as a coach, but it felt good to get this one at home, right?
It did. There's no question. Have it at home and just get it done was huge. You know, I acted like a goon once tonight and had to apologize to the kids at halftime. You know, I still got that little fleshly tendency, you know, but I was super, super, super proud of them. And, you know, it was down here when we go quarterback sneak and they all squeeze their splits. You know, that's not what I wanted at the time. But, again, they're being football IQ guys have done well, so we got a good football team. We just got to string some things together and see if we continue to get better.
Coach, it's a big win. Enjoy it. Enjoy the guys. We'll see you back for a big one against Bethany next week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Once again, that was head coach Matt Middleton. He starts his time at K-Dub with a big victory over the Ottawa Braves, 27-10. We'll go ahead and take one more break, but when we come back, Brooks Garrettson, Tyler Henry here to wrap it up. K-Dub gets the win. They move to 1-0 on the year. UConn right here on KINA.